Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to Daily Code Buffer. In this video, we are going to build an intelligent chatbot using AWS Lex. So let's jump into it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notified of all new videos. Amazon Lex is the service provided by Amazon that allows us to create a conversational interfaces into our application using text and voices. This is the same technology that is being used in Amazon Alexa. The same neural engine used by Amazon Alexa that can be used by all the developers using AWS Lex. So let's use this Amazon Lex service and create an intelligent applications. So for that we have to go to AWS console. Okay. So go to our AWS console and sign into it. Okay, you can see that if you go to your services, there will be in your history if you have already used. If not, you can directly search for it. You can see Amazon Lex, which has been used for building voice and text chatbots. Just go to that. It will be treated with the home page. If you have already created chatbots, then you may be getting the list of chatbots available. But if you are new to here, this will be the home page. Click on Get Started to create your application. Now if you can see here, there are few options to be selected. Okay, you can see there are the few samples given: book trip, order flowers, schedule appointment. So these are the basic samples that have been provided, so we can get to know how that is been developed. But here we will be creating a custom bot as per our requirement. Now here what we have to do is we just have to give the configurations of our application, like what all the things we should be doing with that bot. All the heavy lift will be handled by AWS Lex, so we don't have to worry about all those things. And the important thing is this is free to use in your free tier application up to some extent. So you can start building the chatbot applications and later you can build the production grade application as well. Okay, so let's start with it. We'll create a custom bot first. Okay, we'll give a bot name. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, we will be creating a booking application. Okay, so let's create a bot that will be helpful to book a cab or book a bus, something else, anything booking related. Okay, so we'll just give the name booking bot, and then there are a bunch of options that we can select. So output voice, so there are different voices available that you can choose from, whatever it's your favorite. Okay, you can select and you can play for it.
My name is Sally.
So you can add the sample text as well over here, and you can check how the voice is and you can change the voice accordingly. You can add test voice. You can play over here.
Test voice.
Test voice.
And the session timeout. So the session timeout is if you are not interacting with your bot for about the minute or about the time provided, then it will kill the session. Okay, so we'll be giving around 2 minutes of session timeout. Okay, we'll check the sentiment analysis as true and COPA as no. Okay, and here you can give your tags to identify your bot according to your environment. Okay, you can see that a new IAM role will be created for us. Okay, this is all the information that you need to enter to create your bot. So let's create the bot over here. Okay, so now your bot is created. Now you need to provide the details to the bot, how it should behave and what it should do accordingly. Okay, so before getting started to building the bot, we should consider few of the things that is really important. So there are few terms like intent, slot types. Okay, so that we need to understand. So what's the intent? Intent means some activity to be performed. Okay, so consider there is an example of an intent: book hotel. So book hotel is an activity over here. So for us, we are building a booking application. So booking a cab, okay, booking a bus, booking a train, that would be our intents. So what I wanted to do, so we can create the intents for it and the slot types. So slot types are the fill in the blanks for your intent. Like I want to book a cab from this location to this particular location today or tomorrow. So all those missing information like your boarding point, your destination, your time, those are your slots. You need to fill those slots. Other information will be provided by your intents. So this way you have to build this application. So let's create one intent first. Okay, so there are a bunch of intents available. You can use those existing intents. You can import the intents if you have, and you can create new as well. We'll be creating a new intent. Okay, we'll start from fresh. Okay, let's create an intent: book cab. Okay, so you can see that our intent is created. Now for the intents, you can see that these sample utterances are there. So utterances are nothing but your starting point of the intents. Okay, what you will tell or what will be your input, depending on that your intent will be executed. Suppose we can take an example of Alexa or Siri or Google Assistant. There the utterances which we see is okay Google for Google Assistants, hello Alexa for Alexa, and hello Siri for Siri. So these are the starting utterances that is been used to trigger your bot or trigger your assistant. Okay, so for us, for booking the cab, we will be providing few of the utterances. So when we give those utterances, this intent will be called. So let's say book a cab. Okay, this is one utterance. I want to book a taxi. Okay, then I can add just for fun, hey taxi. Okay, so these are the few utterances that we are giving over here. Okay, so based on these utterances our intents will be called. So let's just build over here, click on build. Okay, just wait for a couple of seconds to build. Okay, you can see that the bot is built successfully. Okay, so now you can test from here. Okay, so let's call the utterances. So let's say book a cab. Okay, you can see that when you enter your utterances book a cab, your intent is been called. Book cab intent is been invoked. You can see the details over here. Okay, your intent book cab was invoked. Suppose let's create one more intent. Book bus. Okay, and here we will be giving book a bus ticket. Okay, that's it. Now let's build this as well. So you can see that we have two intents created, book bus and book cab. So based on the utterances which we give to our application, accordingly our intent should be invoked. So we'll test that out. Just give it a seconds to build this. Okay, if we call book a bus, our book bus intent should be invoked. Okay, you can see that intent book bus is ready for fulfillment. So that has been invoked. If we say book a cab, book cab should be invoked. Okay, so you can see that we have only added couple of utterances only, but Lex is intelligent enough to understand with those utterances like what we are trying to say. So suppose if I say book a taxi, it should be intelligent enough to understand like we are going to call a book cab. Okay, you can see that we haven't specified book a taxi over here. Correct, we have specified book a cab and we have specified hey taxi and I want to book a taxi. But with book a taxi utterance, it was intelligent enough to understand like we are trying to call a book cab intent. So we just saw that we are able to call an intent with the help of utterances. Now we want to fill the slots. Okay, where I want to go, when I should go, when I should book a cab or a bus accordingly. Those are the slots that I want to fulfill. Okay, I want those questions to be asked from my bot to answer them. So those can be added from slots. Okay, so there are different predefined slots available and we can create our own slots as well. So to create your own slots, you can go to slot types, click on plus, and you can import a slot. You can extend the existing slots and you can create your own. You just have to give slot type name, description of your slots, and the slot resolution. So slot resolutions are nothing but the answers that you are expecting from that slot. Okay, suppose you're booking a cab and you want particular answers like I want to book my cab and I want that cab to meet me at my lobby, to meet me at my front door, to meet me at my back door of the house, anything. So those type of responses you want. So those can be added to these values and we can use this slot type, and this is only applicable when you are using expand values. When you use restrict to slot values, that means you are adding to restrict those values. That means if you want only yes no answers, if you want only true false answers, then you are adding some particular values. Correct, considering you want your cab to be booked and you want your cab to meet at only at your lobby, so you are restricting that you should only get a lobby answer. Okay, if you want that way, you can go with a restrict to slot values and synonyms. But if you are using expand values, the sky is the limit. So let's, as of now, just use the pre-existing slots because there are plenty of slots available and you can do pretty much many things with that. Okay, but this is the way you can create your slots and you can add slots to your intent. Now let's add the slots. Now I want to book a cab on particular day, so I'll add a slot for day. That is the name of the slot, and if I check for the slots, let's search for date. Okay, so amazon.date is the slot. I'll change it to date. Okay, and what should be the prompt? Let's say when you want to book a cab. Okay, this is the slot. Now let's add one more slot like boarding point and your destination. So we'll add boarding location, and slot type I will choose as street address. Okay, so we added the boarding location, the slot type is street address, and the prompt we'll give is from where the driver should pick you. Okay, let's add destination. In the destination we will still add street address. Okay, and in the prompt we'll add where you want to go. Okay, so you can see that we have added the 3 slots. Let's make 3 slots as an mandatory, and here you can see the priority of the slots, so which should be asked accordingly. So the first question would be this for the date when you want to book a cab, then the second question for the boarding location, and the third question for the destination. Okay, now let's build it. Okay, you can see that build is successful. Okay, now let's try it out. We'll say book a cab. Okay, now you can see that it's asking us the question. Okay, you can see the response details over here, the summary, what is been added. So you can see that currently all the slots are null. Once we give the answers, the slots will be filled up. So when you want to book a cab, I want to book a cab today. So from where the driver should pick you. So this should be the street address, but I'm being lazy over here. I'll just add home. Okay, and where you want to go, office. So you can see here it asked about the 3 slots. We gave the details about that, and 3 slots are completed successfully and intent is been fulfilled. Okay, now it is not doing anything still. Okay, so it is just saying that your intent book a cab is ready for fulfillment. Okay, and these are the information that we provided. Okay, when you're doing the production grade application for this, what you will be doing is you will be giving the exact street addresses from the map location, like you'll be giving the latitude and longitude information, and accordingly the destination would be processed and fare should be calculated and should be added to your application database as well. So these are the things that you should be doing still, but this is the bot we are creating. Okay, so this is the intelligent part that has been handled by AWS Lex. So let's add the confirmation to this bot. So we'll go to the confirmation prompt over here. Okay, you just click on the confirmation prompt and it will give the 2 options for confirmation and for the cancellation. Okay, once you do this, you'll be getting the confirmation from the user, like are they really want to book a cab or they want to cancel. So for the confirmation message, you can add any of the confirmation message, and for the cancel also you can add in any of the message, and we can use these slots over here in the messages as well. So let's do, are you sure you want to book a cab from, and here we'll be providing the slot information. So whatever the information we provided for that slots, it will be fetched here automatically. So with the curly braces, we'll be giving the name of the slot. So boarding location to destination. Okay, this is the one thing, and cancel. Okay, no problem. Save the intent and build it. Okay, the build is successful. Now let's try it one more time. This time we will try with voice input. Okay, we'll allow the microphone. Book a cab.
When you want to book a cab.
Today.
From where the driver should pick you.
From my home.
Where you want to go.
Office.
Are you sure you want to book a cab from my home to office?
Yes. See, you can see that it works just fine. Okay, so we got the confirmation also. Okay, and in the confirmation we got the information whatever we provided in our slots. Now let's add the responses. Okay, when the intent is successfully fulfilled, at that time what we should do. So currently if you see in the fulfillment, we are returning the parameters to the client. So these are the parameters. Okay, so these are the parameters over here. You can see the detailed summary over here in the JSON format. These are the information we are passing via parameters. But instead of this, we can also use a AWS Lambda function. We can create AWS Lambda function and we can process the input from the bot. Okay, so the process which we can do is, once we get the confirmation and the intent is fulfilled, we can book a cab and we can process the payments and all the other information. Okay, that can be done via AWS Lambda functions as well. As of now, we'll be doing with the return parameters to client, and let's add the response back. Okay, let's add the response over here. Thank you for booking a cab. Let's add one more response. Thank you for booking a cab. Safe journey to your destination. Okay, then we can save this intent and we can build again. Let's wait for build to complete and we will test. Okay, build successfully. Book a taxi. Where you want to book a taxi tomorrow from home to office. Yes, you can see that we got the response. Thank you for booking a cab. Safe journey to office. Okay, from this responses that we added over here. So this will be the random one. Randomly it will be picked and it will be displayed. Okay, now suppose there is also option to enable response cards. So suppose if you want more information from the user, that information we can get from the response cards, and we can call any of the process. We can call the other intents as well from that, and we can process the information accordingly. So let's create a response card that will ask to book a cab again. Okay, we'll enable the response card. Yeah, you can give the image URL as well, or we can give anything over here. We'll give the title over here. Booking information. We'll add the same subtitle over here. Okay, we'll add the button title as, do you want to book a return trip? Okay, and if button value as a cab. Okay, so this book a cab will call the intent book cab, and we'll add button title no, button value is no. Okay, we'll save the intent and we'll build it. Now let's try it again. Book a cab when you want to travel today from home to office. Are you sure you want to book a cab from home to office? Yes, I want to book a cab. Okay, you can see that it is showing me a card information. Okay, and it is giving me the two button. Do you want to book a return trip? And no. So if you click on this button, it will ask me to again book a cab. Okay, today from home. Where do you want to go? Office. Are you sure you want to? Yes. Okay, now if you can see that when we click on no, it's not recognizing it. Okay, because when we give this information over here in this response card, like for this button, do you want to book a return trip, then we give the value book a cab. So with this book a cab, Lex is able to understand, okay, with book a cab we have to call the intent for this utterance. Okay, so the Lex called the book cab intents with the help of this book a cab utterance for this value, but when we give the value no, there is no intent for that. Okay, so to fix that, what we have to do is we have to go over here, wait for user reply, click on that checkbox, and then you can give any message. Thank you, have a nice day. Okay, now let's save it and build it again. Okay, cool, bot is built successfully. Now let's try it again. Book a taxi. Now from home to office. Yes, and when I click no, Thank you. Have a nice day. So you can see that all the flow has been working as expected. Okay. The same way we can do for the intent book bus. Okay. The way which we did over here. So the same information we can provide over here, and we can create multiple instances and we can create multiple slots, and accordingly we can interact with the bot. Okay, and we can really make it intelligent. So this is just a sample which we are building, and still you can see that it's really been intelligent. So now let's take it to further and let's publish this bot and let's use this in the application. So let's publish this. We'll give the alias name booking bot latest. Cool. Now while this is publishing, to use this bot we have to use the AWS Cognito as well. So what Cognito will provide? Cognito will provide the pull for the users to use this application. Okay, so you can see that this is published successfully. Now let's go to Cognito service. Now Cognito provides the identity pool. What we'll be doing is we will be allowing authorized users and non-authorized users to use our bot. Okay, so we'll be creating an identity pool, and in that identity pool we'll be giving the access to use the bot for authorized and non-authorized users. So let's create that. You can see that I don't have any pool created, so we have been treated with the screen to create a new one. So let's give the name chatbot pool, and then we'll give the unauthenticated identities access. Okay, we'll give the enable access to unauthorized identities, and then you can see that we have authentication providers as well. We can use any of the authentication providers as well over here. For now we'll be just going with the default configuration. Let's create the pool. We'll be allowing the access over here. Okay, you can see that the pool is created and Amazon Cognito is giving the code to use this in our application. So this is the information which we will be using to connect to our Amazon Cognito. Okay, and we will be also using the bot name. Okay, so bot name, our region, and our pool identity. Now we'll be using a JavaScript. Okay, so we have different platforms available. You can use any of the platforms. We'll be using JavaScript, so I just selected JavaScript. So this is the code which I have to use. Okay, now let's go to IAM. Okay, and check there how a role is been created, and let's give the permission to use LexBot in unauthorized access. So here in IAM, let's go to roles. Okay, so you can see that these are the two roles created: Cognito chatbot pool auth and Cognito chatbot pool unauth roles. Okay, so let's go to this role. Okay, you can see that we have only mobile analytics and Cognito sync actions available. Let's attach one of the policies. This is the policy: Amazon Lex run bots only. So this is the policy we'll assign to our role. Okay, now everything is in place to run my application. Now Amazon provides us the default web UI implementation for the developers to understand how we can utilize this functionality. Okay, so there is a GitHub repo for that by AWS. Okay, these are the sample codes available. We can use these sample codes and we can test our chatbot application, and once we are okay with it, we can create our own application by going through the sample code, and we can create our own as per our requirements. Okay, for the sake of simplicity and time, we'll be using this application provided by AWS. Okay, this sample application. So I'll be adding the links to this application in the description below. You can check that out as well. So you can clone this application. Okay, and you can open in your IDE. So let's open this in IDE. Okay, I'll be using Visual Studio Code. So you can see that I have already checked out this application and I opened this in my Visual Studio Code. Now all the information that you have to change are there in Lex Web UI loader config.json, that is available inside your source directory, config directory, and this file Lex Web UI loader config. So here you have to change all your information. Okay, you can see we have to add the region over here, the pool ID and the chatbot name. Okay, all this information you can get from this readme file. This is very easy to set it up. Okay, you can even deploy this application to AWS. We'll be using this in locally as of now. So let's change this information from here. Okay, you can see that we have to use this region. Be providing the region over here. Okay, this is the pool ID. And then we have to give the bot name. Okay, so our bot name is booking bot. Okay, so let's give this name. Sorry. Okay, this is the toolbar title. We'll just change to booking bot. Okay, here you can provide all the information like what will be your voice ID and all the different things. So you can go through this application. It's a really good application as a sample, and you can enhance this as per your functionality. Okay, I'm not telling you to enhance this application. Use this application, create your own application. Okay, this is just a sample to start, but still good job AWS for creating this. It helps developers to get started very easily. Okay, now let's run this application. Okay, once you get this code over here, you have to do npm install to install all your dependencies. Okay, so it will take couple of minutes to download all the dependencies. Okay, so let's just wait for that. Okay, you can see that everything is downloaded. Now you have to do npm start. You can see that application is started and app is working on this port. Okay, you can see that our application is started, a booking bot. Now you can see that we can type and we can use the microphone as well to use as an audio. Okay, so let's use this. Book a cab. Okay, where you want to book a cab today. From home, office. Yes. Okay, you can see that this is the card information, okay, which we have added in our bot. Okay, so you can choose either of that. Let's choose no. You can see that. Thank you, have a nice day. So this is pretty much working fine how we intended. Okay, let's use the voice functionality as well. Allow it. Book a cab.
When you want to book a cab.
Now.
When you want to book a cab.
Today.
From where the driver should pick you.
Home.
Where you want to go.
Office.
Are you sure you want to book a cab from home to office?
No.
Okay, no problem.
See, it works. Awesome. Okay, there is one more app. Okay, this is just the audio capture. Okay, this will just capture your audio and output in audio. So this is also a sample application you can use. So let's check that also. I'll add the link of this in description. Okay, you can check this out. Okay, in index.html we have to give our pool identity. So this is my pool identity and AWS config region is the same. Okay, let's run this. Okay, now let's give bot information over here. And click on this. Hello. Book a cab.
When you want to book a cab.
Today.
From where the driver should pick you.
From home.
Where you want to go.
To office.
Are you sure you want to book a cab from home to the office?
Yes.
Thank you for booking a cab. Safe journey to the office.
Cool, right? So this way we can use Amazon Lex to create a bot. So now let's do one thing. Let's create a default chatbot provided by AWS as a sample, and let's connect to AWS Lambda. Okay, let's go to Amazon Lex. Let's create a new bot. We can use any of it. Book trip, order flowers, schedule appointment, anything. So let's use this as an example and connect with AWS Lambda. We'll do book trip, sentiment analysis as yes, Copa no, and create. So you can see that when we created a book trip, you can see we have two intents available: book car, book hotel, and slots also available, car types, values. Okay, you can see that there are bunch of utterances: make a car reservation, reserve a car, book a car. There are different slots available: pickup city, pickup date, return date, driver age, car type, all this different information. We created a similar one, but it was very minimal. Okay, so there I just provide you the information how you can create those things. If you want to get more information, you can just refer bunch of bots available from AWS. Okay, so you can see that all these informations are available if you refer to book hotel as well. Okay, let's build and test it out. So either we can book a hotel or we can book a car. Okay, now let's test it. Book a car. In which city do you want to rent a car? Mumbai. What day you want to start your rental? Today. What day do you want to return the car? Monday. How old is the driver for this rental? 25. What type of car would you like to rent? Our most popular options are economy, mid-size, and luxury. Let's do luxury. Okay, I have you down for a luxury rental in Mumbai from this date to this date. So you can see that it was intelligent enough to recognize today Sunday to Monday, that is tomorrow. Okay, should I book the reservation? Yes. You can see that intent has been fulfilled. Okay, so this is the bot. Now let's do one thing. Let's go to AWS Lambda. Okay, let's create a Lambda function and connect that Lambda function to this bot. You can see that this fulfillment is not connected to AWS Lambda. It's returning the parameters only. So let's go and create a Lambda function. You go to services. You can choose the Lambda from here, or you can search from here as well. Okay. Now you can, if you come over here, go to dashboard. You can see that we don't have anything over here. We can create a function. So let's create a function. Okay. Now what we will do here is we won't be creating a function from scratch. That is the another video where we can go from detail about how to create a Lambda function and we can use it. Here we are going through Lex, so we'll be using a blueprint functions available. So those blueprint functions are also available for AWS Lex, so we can directly connect those functions to our bot. Okay, so let's use a blueprint, and you can see that there are a lot of blueprint functions available. Okay, so let's search. Okay, you can see that Lex book trip Python, Lex make appointment Python, Lex order flowers Python. These three are the available. If you can remember, out of the three chatbots available, we selected the book trip. So let's use this one to create AWS Lambda function and we can connect to it. So let's select this, configure, just give the function book trip Lambda function. Okay, let's create a new role. Okay, that is fine, and you can see that this is the entire Python script. Okay, to do all the stuffs related to AWS Lex. So based on the information provided by AWS Lex, it will be performing the operations. You can see that it will generate the car prices based on the car type we select and based on the locations we select. Okay, you can see that there are a bunch of validations as well: invalid cars, invalid city, invalid room types, is a date valid or not. So there are different functions available, and this is a pretty much basic stuff that you can refer to and you can build your own application accordingly. So all the heavy works is been done. just you have to connect that particular bot to your application. So just refer this as well. Okay, now let's create a function. So let's wait for a couple of seconds to complete the process. So now what we have to do is we have to connect this book trip lambda function to our bot. Let's go to our bots, AWS Lex. Let's go to this bot. Okay, you can see that in the fulfillments, you can see that lambda initialization and validation is there, right? Just go there, click on initialization and validation code hook. You can see that it will be fetched over here. Select that and it will ask for the permission. Allow that permission and you can choose the versions available. Okay, the same way you can choose fulfillment, okay, and build. We'll just wait for the build to complete and we'll test it. Now let's test it. Book a cab. Bangalore. What day do you want to check in? Okay, cool, right? So you can see that we did a book a cab and it went to book a hotel. This is the classic example where if you add the proper utterances, so you can see that there are very less utterances, so it made a mistake. So let's start again. Okay, you can see that now it triggered the correct intent. Okay, we'll add the Bangalore. We currently do not support Bangalore as a valid destination. Okay, so this way you can see that the validation has been triggered based on the lambda function. Okay, so let's try it again. Book a car. I'll add New York. Spelling mistake, right? Book a cab, book a car. In which city do you want to need a car? New York. Okay, so you can see that New York was in the list of cities that has been supported, so we are proceeding with the other options. What day do you want to start your rental? On Monday. What day do you want to return the car? On Wednesday. 34. Mid-size. Okay, you can see that we got the information. Okay, the price for this mid-size rental is New York from this date to this date is $478. So these all informations are coming from our AWS Lambda functions. Okay, yes, you can see that. Thanks, I have placed your reservation. So this entire intent was fulfilled successfully and it was processed through AWS Lambda. So this way we can create AWS Lex chatbots, we can create AWS Lambda functions, or we can create our application and we can use directly return parameters to client. Both the options we can choose, and accordingly we can create our own application that will be using the interaction based text or voice using AWS Lex. So this is a very great service available by AWS Lex and it's free to start. You can experiment with it and you can create the production grade application from this. So hope you like this video. If you have any questions related to any of the topics that which we have covered here, you can shoot a comment down, and that's it in this video. Toss a like down and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.